Moving over to the AFC, Bills 3-0, Patriots 1-2, Jets 0-3, Dolphins 0-3. I want to go to the Jets first. That is a really tough 0-3. Like all their games have been like really, really like just rough 0-3 lot. Like, so the Jets 0-3, like that is like a hard-earned 0-3. Like they have fought and they have just, they have had. The Jets should have won last week, and they didn't. So it's just like, man, I feel horrible for the Jets because they're putting together some good football. They're just losing. And it's unfortunate, but it could be worse. They could be the Dolphins. So
only 4 teams have allowed more points than the Jets, and one of them is the Dolphins.
So
the Jets have allowed 93 points through 3 games.
Yeesh, that's bad.
The Dolphins have allowed 97.
Yeah.
There's a common denominator there. It's called defense. You don't have any.
Yeah.
That's true. Jets have scored 69 points. They've scored enough points to win their games. They've averaged 23 points a game.
How many points are the Cowboys allowing?
Yeah. But again, they've given
oh my
up
goodness. Cowboys are allowing 92. Bears are allowing 93. The Saints are allowing 90. So Cowboys are right up there with them in terms of allowing points.
But that division it's lined up just like we talked about as well too. We thought I thought Miami will be a little bit better, but I've looked at them in their 3 games. They look terrible. They look horrific, and it would not surprise me if my guy doesn't finish off the season. Tua Tagovailoa. I would not be surprised if he ends the season on the bench.
Quinn Ewers. Anyways. New England looks really good. I think they're a tough team. We talked about this maybe a week or 2 ago. I really like New England. They have a chance to be the second best team in the division. I think if they can just keep having tough games, being sneaky, I think they have a chance to definitely win second in the division. Nobody's catching Buffalo. And I can confidently say that 3 weeks in. I don't need to gloat on the AFC West. I did that last week, obviously. Chargers are 3-0. Everybody else is just bowing down to Justin Herbert and crew. So it's good for me. I was right. Great to know.
Be careful of your gloating. You're 3 weeks in. It's a 17-week season.
I'm rooting for the Ravens, by the way. Yeah. I want the Ravens to win, but I think the Chiefs will win. So, but we'll see what happens. And AFC North. Bengals 2-1. Who would have thought? Steelers 2-1. Ravens 1-2. Browns 1-2. You talk about the NFC West being wide open. This division feels wide open as well.
But you got to put an asterisk on that, though.
No, I agree.
The 2 wins for Cincinnati were with Joe Burrow, and he finished up the game with Browning last week.
Yeah.
Steelers at 2-1, Ravens at 1-2. The Ravens have scored 111 points. They're averaging 36 points a game.
Yeah.
No, 37 points a game. And they're 1-2. That's going to shake. These type of things even out.
No, I know.
It's going to even out, right? So I still say Baltimore is the class of the AFC North. With their quarterback being out, Cincinnati Bengals, Browning's a good backup, but he's not what a healthy Joe Burrow is.
Jameis.
And then Steelers, you got your boy at quarterback looks pedestrian.
Oh man. My goodness! Hey, there it is. We call it. He looks pedestrian. We knew it.
He looks bad, man. He looks bad. And they won 21-14 against New England. But not because of him. They had some fortune. If a frog had wings, it wouldn't bump his butt so much. But New England had 5 turnovers. 3 of them on their side of the 50. 2 of them inside the 20 going in to score. Let's be careful here.
My Tomlin reminds me of Eric Spoelstra. It don't matter what roster he has; they're going to get to the playoffs or the play-in or the wild card.
I love Mike T. I love
Tomlin,
but they have not replaced Ben Roethlisberger since his retirement. That's their issue.
Nope.
Everything around them has been solid. Running game, receivers, defense, offensive line. The thing they've missed on largely is the quarterback position, man. Yeah. And yes, Aaron Rodgers is there, but he's a stopgap. There are people saying, "Oh, please stay another year." No, they've got to figure something out to get a guy in there for long term because he isn't the answer long term, and you're wasting away J.J. Watt's younger brother's years and that defense that they've got on pedestrian quarterbacks.
Well, if it was Ramon, he'd be like, "Man, they already got a quarterback from the Ohio State. What's his name?
Yeah.
Will Howard.
Will Howard. Yeah.
Tomlin can get him 8 wins next year.
Yeah. You said he gonna get him 8 wins next year?
Tomlin can make him win 8 games next year.
Okay. Well, we'll find.
He's gonna get a washed Aaron Rodgers to probably 9 or 10.
Man, I don't know. I still say when the dust settles, it'll be Baltimore, Steelers, Cincinnati, and Cleveland. Now, give Cleveland credit. That defense, man.
Yeah.
They just don't have a quarterback.
Not at all.
A 41-year-old Joe Flacco is not your answer.
It's almost time.
And a rookie Dylan Gabriel is not your answer either.
Come on. It's almost time.
They're wasting that defense as well.
Perfect timing. We're on the way from it. It's a ringing. Perfect timing. It's almost here.
What are your thoughts on the story that came out this week that Shedeur was going to be picked by Baltimore, but his dad said don't do it because you don't want to sit behind a Hall of Famer?
Stupid. It's idiotic.
From my perspective, is really
Philadelphia
simple.
call too.
Here's my perspective. You don't know what's going to happen. Tom Brady didn't know that Drew Bledsoe was going to get knocked out of that game against the Jets.
He should have won.
You don't know what's going to happen. You're not good enough to pick your spot. And this is where I do agree with Ramon. You're not good enough to say, no, I don't want to go there. No, you're not good enough. So guess what happened? You told those other teams no, and your son finally got drafted by Cleveland. He's third on the depth chart with not a glimpse of seeing the field in the regular season. That's what you got. You're mad. Now you're mad because he's there.
Yeah.
Be careful what you wish for. You might get it, Mr. Sanders. And I'm talking about the senior Mr. Sanders. And he did.
He should have went to Baltimore.
He should have went to whoever said we want you first. That's who.
Yeah.
You don't know what's going to happen.
He should have
Guys get hurt.
You get to learn behind either Lamar, and then I heard Philly call too. Lamar or Hurts. And honestly, let's be honest, he was probably going to get traded at some point. I'm not saying like he probably would have got traded if somebody needed a quarterback also. So I don't know why you don't go there, because more than likely, and people replied to my story because I put it on my Instagram story as well. They're like, well, it's not guaranteed he wouldn't have got it traded. Yes, that's true. But if somebody's sitting behind Lamar or Jalen Hurts or somebody like that, somebody is going to take a chance on you the same way I believe somebody will trade for Anthony Richardson just off the talent alone. Because call it what you want, call him a Nepo baby, call him whatever you want. Shedeur Sanders still has talent. He can still play the game of football. Somebody would have traded for him.
I'm gonna share a real good example for you, and this really resonates with me. When the Washington Redskins drafted RG3 in the first round, he was I think second or third player. I can't remember. In the third round, they drafted Kirk Cousins. Same rookie draft. You draft you draft your franchise quarterback, and then in the third or fourth round, I can't remember. It wasn't very far. He came out of Michigan State. You draft Kirk Cousins. RG3 has a season for the ages as a rookie. 3 years later, he's out of the league, and Kirk Cousins has parlayed that into multiple max contract deals and $100 million deals. You don't know what's going to happen. Shedeur Sanders, his dad, and whoever his handlers were, failed him. That's a great example. People say, well, it was different. No. You drafted your franchise guy who's going to be your starter, your guy, and then you turn around 2 or 3 picks later, you draft a quarterback, same rookie class. And look what happened 3 years later. That's my point. You don't know what you're only a play away. And that's what's disappointing about this for the Sanders family. Your dad played double-digit years in the league. He's seen guys go down, get hurt, be replaced. And for you to say, why would I have him sit behind a Hall of Famer for 10 years? You don't know that he's going to sit behind him for 10 years.
Doesn't make any sense.
But that's Well, that's arrogance, not confidence. It's arrogance. And what's happened is for the Sanders family, they put themselves in a lot of this situation. I'm not saying, I'm blessed to be a part of the NFL Shield and it's a blessing and an honor. And I'm not saying all that. But what I'm saying is, if you're not a number one pick, go who wants you first and figure it out from there. You're not good enough to make your decision to hold out and say, I'm going to go to this team. Because I promise you, Deion didn't want him going to Cleveland either.
Yeah.
So where would you want to be now? Baltimore or Cleveland if you're Shedeur Sanders?
Yep.
Yeah. So that's my point. So they fail. So it needs to be called out. Both sides, if it's good, bad, or indifferent. I've been complimentary towards Deion Sanders and him, coaching up his sons. That's great. Love it. Fatherhood. But also, I'm going to be, critical when I see something that you don't know the future of what's going to happen.
Yeah.
So shame on them. So he can rot as third string on the bench for the rest of the year.
No, he'll play at some point. I'm pretty confident he plays.
I'm taking bets. Unless Dylan Gabriel's hurt, he ain't gonna see the field.
Yeah, that's a good point. Let's move to the AFC South. Like I said, I think AFC West. I mean, we hit on the AFC West. We just hit the AFC North. AFC South.
Can I say Denver's a disappointment so far out of 3 weeks? I thought they'd be two. I thought they'd be 2-1. They've got a good defense, but they've been middle of the pack.
Yeah.
Middle of the pack. And I'm going to tell you this. Their quarterback missed a lot of open throws last week in L.A. Yeah. So maybe he was smelling some of himself and reading a lot of his clippings in the offseason. I would have figured they would have had a better showing at this point. So now we can. Now
we were both wrong. We were both wrong about Denver. I think we both thought Denver was going to be better. But to be fair, when we did their schedule, I think it kind of both gave us a taste of reality because by the end of that schedule, we had them at 9-8.
Yeah.
And I think before that, before we did the schedule, we were talking about them so highly. I definitely thought we were going to give them 11 wins, 10 wins.
We're watching too much TV. That's our problem. We're watching what other people are saying.
I don't watch. It was just based off what happened last year. I just thought they would improve.
Well, I think the Sean Payton effect as well too, right? He's a quarterback guru, genius, and all those things, right? Remember they talked last year about how they suckered teams into not picking him because they thought they were saying they're going to go with another player. I think we may have gave him a little Sean and Bo a little bit too much credit.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
Only 3 weeks in.
Chargers look great though.
Can I say something? The Chargers look exceptional. The Chargers look like the team is going to win the AFC West. That quarterback is playing out of his mind. That offensive line is playing out of its mind after losing your left tackle. Defense, like we talked about last week. My guy from Florida State, the safety from Derwin James, best safety in the league right now. Best safety in the league right now. You listen. I don't like him, but you got to be fair. You can't go.
Talk about that quarterback for me, though.
I'm getting there. Derwin James, top safety. But none of it matters unless that dude behind the center is making things happen. And through 3 games, he has been the second best quarterback in the AFC.
We did it! What Kevin Garnett say? Anything is possible. I got down again.
You gotta call it like it is.
Second best quarterback in the AFC. We made it.
You gotta call it like it is. He's the second best next to Josh.
Who's been the best? I'm just curious.
Yeah, Josh
Allen
playing best after 3 games. Josh, I'll still take Josh.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah,
but right behind him, and granted, Lamar's played well, but you can't take sacks like you've taken Lamar. So I'm gonna go with your guy in Charger land.
Yeah, I mean, look, I'm not a Cowboys fan this year, and Joe Burrow went down. So right now, I'm bolted up. I'm bolted in. I'm all bolts right now. So let's go Chargers. I'm all locked in.
Let's get on the Charger bandwagon. I'm all in.
And Falcon fans, I have not forgotten about you guys. I'm still rolling strong. I don't know about winning the division, but we can maybe make the wild card.
Hey, you like that meme? You're out there with your Falcons hat on, and you're blending into the bushes, right? You're going away.
Is that a Simpsons meme or King of the Hill?
Yeah, that's a Simpsons. That's a Simpsons one.
Yeah, it's looking a little rough in ATL. I didn't expect that Panthers loss, but I'm happy for Bryce Young, so it's not a huge win-loss for me.
Biggest disappointment in the AFC.
For me?
Yeah.
All right, well, you said Denver. I'm going to say Houston. 0-3.
Yeah.
See, I look, a part of me wants to say, is this Houston being Houston, and they're just messing up another quarterback prospect, Vince Young, Deshaun. Now
they're allowing 17 points a game, man.
So now
the
in
problem
turn,
is they're only scoring 13 points a game.
And there it is. I was going to say, as much as I want to say, oh, maybe this is a Houston problem. Like Houston, we have a problem. No,
quarterback
it's a CJ Stroud problem.
It's a quarterback problem.
It's a CJ Stroud problem.
The last thing you want to do as a team is waste a great effort on the other side of the ball. Right now, they are wasting that defense. Remember I talked about how I praised that defense?
Yeah.
At the beginning of the season, they just cut C.J. Gardner-Webb, Johnson, right?
I saw.
Good, because that's the problem. Talent isn't the problem with him. It's that thing between his nose and his chin. That's his problem. He just doesn't stop.
Like,
right?
Where you going with that?
Okay. You can use that one down the road if you want. Yeah, but I still sing the praises of that team and that defensive line that they got, and those linebackers and the defensive backfield. But unless CJ Stroud gets his head out of his, it won't matter. It just won't matter. I heard someone say on the radio, I think it was on XM88. It said it was Bill Polin. He said, oftentimes when you're struggling like Houston, people say you got to open it up. You got to do this. You got to do this. What he said, he does the Dungyism. You do less. You don't do more. You have 4 or 5 protections for the quarterback, right? Offensive line protections. You have simple playmaking, and you simplify. And then as the season goes is when you add things. He said you do less. And I forget what he called it, the Dungyism, Tony Dungyism. You do less. You don't do more. And he said the challenges with coaches, they want to say, I want to open up and do more. Simplify those protections. Make it simple for that offensive line. Make it simple reads. And let's see what happens. Because your defense is going to be there. Don't give it away. Don't punt on 4th down. Punt. It's okay to punt. So that's my part on that. And I like listening to Bill Polin because he's very balanced, right? And the guy, he knows a lot about football, man. And I love the fact that he uses the Dungyism too. And that was a good point. He said, just do less. Yeah. Everybody wants you to do more.
If it's 4th and 3, I'm on the other side of the 50-yard line, and I'm in enemy territory. I'm about to score. I don't know, man. And I got what a lot of people would say is a top 10 quarterback. It's hard for me not to want to go for it, but Stroud's not playing like a top 10 quarterback.
Yeah, he hasn't been a top 10 quarterback since his rookie year. Let's be straight here. Last year, he was diminishing returns last year. The defense carried him, especially the last 6 weeks of the season last year. And then the first 3 weeks, he's wet the bed.
Would you rather have Stroud or Cam Ward right now?
If
wow,
you can always say if I had to pick a water gun to my head, hell, I'll take Cam Ward. At least he's saying all the right things.
Cam Ward's looked pretty good. I don't think he's looked bad. And you know what? I will give them this.
They put on 51 points. They put up 51 points.
I was about to say the one thing I can give him is because they're not scoring a lot of touchdowns, but he's just putting him in a position to get 3 points over and over. Like at least they're not punting the ball as much as we thought they were with the rookie quarterback. Yeah. Like you got to take your win somehow, and that's like the biggest credit I can give Tennessee because a lot of these number 1 picks, Bryce Young, Caleb Williams, they've struggled. At least Cam Ward's getting this team on the other side of the 50 and giving them a chance to go kick some field goals. I mean, you got to get in the end zone too, but I can't be mad at him. He's doing pretty good. We'll see how next year goes, and I think he'll figure it out towards the end of this year. I think I got to give a lot of props to Cam Ward. I'm very impressed with just his ability to move the ball down the field. He's got to get in the end zone more, and maybe they can win. Maybe they can win a couple games. Maybe they can win 4 or 5 games, but that's a bit of an exaggeration. But I can appreciate the fact that a lot of the time he is getting this team in field goal range.
I tell you this is the thing. there was a talk about sacks and young quarterbacks as Cam Ward, your kid in Chicago, obviously kid in Houston. One of the common denominators is sacks. And what's happened is they put so much emphasis on quarterback and receivers and running back. They've kind of ignored the offensive line for these young quarterbacks. And I was trying to pull up the statistics to see where the team sacks are versus that. But I saw a quick glimpse of it. And the top sack teams, take away Baltimore, are the young quarterbacks. The young quarterbacks. So yeah, so there was a lot of talk about that. About, hey, you got to get these guys some help as well too up front. Yeah. It's not sexy, but you only pay attention to the offensive line when they're allowing sacks.
Yeah.
No one says a word about them if you're not getting to the quarterback. It's just a normal thing. But yeah.
Ask Andrew Luck if he'd rather have good wide receivers or an O-line.
We don't want to talk about quitters on the show, man. We don't want to talk about quitters on the show. So that's, we got to go somewhere else with that.
That's ridiculous. That's a ridiculous amount of hate.
Yeah. No, it's what
are we gonna say if Joe Burrow retires?
That means he'd be a quitter then.
Oh my god!
Insert player here mid-season that quits. You quit. What do you want me to do?
Fair, it wasn't mid-season.
That's even worse. It was a week before. It was 2 weeks before the start of the season. That's even worse.
I admit it was horrible.
At least Burrow would have at least played a few games. He can't play again this year anyway.
Well, Burrow. If Burrow retires, I wouldn't blame him. They've literally had the same career trajectory.
If he quits, as you saying is, if he quits, you wouldn't blame him.
I wouldn't blame him.
Quitting. He quit.
I mean, look, retire, and then you can just sign somewhere else. You can leave, get out of there. Just request a trade. That's the other thing too. Like the
NFL, he's not going anywhere.
The NFL has gotten so. I want to see more movement from these quarterbacks.
It's too much money involved. Are you kidding? Look,
last major quarterback move was Kirk Cousins.
There are 32 teams and there's probably 20 viable quarterbacks. Why the hell would you trade your quarterback if you got a good quarterback?
Man, that's what I'm saying. Players need to step up and request a trade. That's what somebody needs to request a trade. Last person to request a trade was Deshaun Watson, and
it's an honor. That was right. It was an honor and privilege to play in the NFL. I would never backbite against the NFL. That's what they've convinced these players to say. And the only reason why Deshaun Watson left was because of the situation. It wasn't because he wanted to leave Houston. That's because he couldn't control himself.
We're not going to. Yeah, that's a great way to put it. But somebody's got to request a trade. Somebody. Like, I guess.
No great quarterback's going to request a trade.
Somebody got to do it. Somebody will.
Flacco's going to request a trade.
In the next three,
Sanders going to request a trade.
In the next 3 years, one of these top quarterbacks will.
Name names. Let's mark the tape.
I don't have a name right now, to be honest with you.
Shedeur Sanders.
A major quarterback.
He's going to hold out next season.
That's a wannabe major quarterback. Stroud.
For what?
I don't know. He may just be mad.
I'd be mad too.
I'd be
mad as well. Let's get to your guy though, right? The Cowboys, right? You got a lot going on in Cowboy land with, your CeeDee Lamb out for the next few weeks. You've got Pickens who crashed out last week.
He did.
You've got Dak who's steady Eddie. You got a running game that's a hell of a lot better than we thought at the beginning of the season.
I do like Javonte Williams.
Right.
I do like Javonte Williams.
There's some things there.
I got no reason to hate on Dak.
The offensive line is holding up.
I think it's been all right.
They're holding up. They're a young offensive line. I mean,
yeah, they've been all right. I'm not going to say they've been good. They've been all right.
How many sacks have they given up?
I have no clue. Let me know.
I'll look.
Let me know. They've been all right.
How many do you think?
I don't know. We're 3 weeks in. I'm going to say 14.
I'll find it. We'll keep talking about it. I'll find it.
All right. I mean, I don't know. I just want them to keep losing. I'm really just keep losing.
Man, you you were killing me with this. You can't be a Cowboys fan.
Just keep losing.
That adamant about them losing, man.
Yeah, keep losing.
Why?
Because look, we're not getting rid of Dak, so my mind has shifted a little bit. Look, we need some defensive players. All right, Caleb Downs. We need some strong defensive-minded people on that side of the roster. So Caleb Downs is going to be a part of the Dallas Cowboys next year. That's what I'm shooting for now. Because Dak ain't leaving. All right, so Caleb Downs is who I'm aiming for at this point. We got to get Trayvon Diggs out of the cornerback slot. We need to trade him, get Caleb Downs. That's where I'm having my tunnel vision at. I want Caleb Downs.
Oh my God,
so that's where we're going.
This is crazy, man.
We got 4 first-round picks. We could trade for somebody too. Look, Myles Garrett. If you're not happy in Cleveland, just look. We got 4 first-round picks.
Let me share with you.
We'll throw them Cleveland's way.
Dallas has 5 sacks on the year. He's been sacked 5 times in 3 games. That's strong for a young offensive line. That's strong. 5 for 35.
Well, maybe Dak's just moving around in the pocket a lot. I don't know. He'd be moving a lot. So maybe that's why I've been like they've been all right. But he does a lot of moving sometimes, and I'm like, so maybe it's unwarranted movement.
He's 93 for 131, 806 yards, 269 a game, three passing touchdowns. He's got 4 interceptions. A couple of them were tipped. He got about 15 drops by CD Lamb. So with the Dallas challenge is their receiving room right now.
Yeah, I want them to keep losing.
Well, on offense is their receiving room, but their defense needs all of them be thrown in the trash.
Yeah,
it's bad.
Yeah,
and not because Micah Parsons is gone, because he's a one-hit wonder anyway.
Wouldn't have changed.
They're just they're bad, especially in the back end. Especially in the back end, man.
Yeah, Dallas has got him. Dallas can keep losing. I want them to keep losing. There's no reason to keep. Why get to 9-8? Like,
because that's who they are.
No,
they're mid.
We don't need to be 9-8.
They're mid. I told you at the beginning of the season.
Be 7-9
wins.
Don't be 7-9. That'd actually be even worse. Be like
7. No, it could be 7-10.
No,
8-9 or 9-8.
They need to be like 5-11 or something. I don't even know. 5-12. Be something horrid.
I've never seen someone who's so adamant about that team now.
Look, in a couple weeks from now, they could do whatever. They could do whatever, because you know what's in a couple weeks? We're playing basketball.
But the season still goes on, though. It
don't matter, man. I don't even have to worry about them. I get to watch Skinny Luka. I get to watch Skinny Luka this year. All right. Guess what? In Eurobasket, he was named.
I want to hear that.
He was
Jacksonville.
Named. He was named.
Talk about the Jacksonville Jaguars. Hey, what do you think about the Jacksonville Jaguars and their first round pick from Colorado?
He's been all right.
I
think the Jaguars as a team have been pretty good, but I think Hunter's been all right. I mean, to be honest, I haven't watched a lot of Jaguars football to watch Travis Hunter, but they're 2-1. Yep. I can't. Liam Cohen's doing a heck of a job. They're 2-1,
and they should be 3-0 if you count that Cincinnati game, that last little bit. So shoulda, woulda, coulda, right?
Same thing like the Jets, right? Like the Jets are 0-3, but it's like they've got a couple games.
My issue with the Jets is they've allowed 93 points.
Yeah, very true.
Jacksonville's allowed 51. That's the difference.
No, yeah, very true.
All right, remember. So who was the defensive coordinator for the Lions last year?
Head coach of the Jets. I just forget his name.
Exactly. So remember, they're losing such a great guy. Well, guess what? He's went to the Jets. They've given up the 4th most points. He's a defensive guy, right?
Different personnel, stuff like that.
That's my point. You made my point. Thank you. That's why I wasn't worried about Detroit, because the personnel stayed.
I walked into that one. Go get Ramon. Hey, go get Ramon though. Ramon was more worried about the coordinators than I was. I said it's a good point, and then he kind of got me looped into it a little bit, but I wasn't like fully like, Detroit's gonna be bad.
10 minutes on that setup.
Now week one, I overreacted. Week one, I overreacted, and I was like, oh my gosh, Detroit may not be good. But that's week one. That's week one. I said I was going to come on here and overreact.
You can use this. You'll never in a horse race see the jockey finish first. The horse is always first. You got to have the horses. If you ain't got the horses, doesn't matter who the jockey is. It could be the greatest jockey of all time. If he's on a gelding, he's going to still finish in last place. You know what a gelding is? I'll let you Google it. Don't worry about it. Anyway, the point being is you got to have the horses.
We're 53 minutes in. I am probably going to cut this in half because if I upload this, the quality is going to be horrible in a 53-minute episode. So what I will do is I'll probably cut this into 2 parts. Probably give our good friend Matt Gaddis a mid-episode ad read to make sure he's happy. But folks,
make sure you use my analogy of horses. Make sure you use I need a clip of just that bias.
Jesus. Anyways, if you want to hear more horse references, this Sunday, September 28th, 11 to 12.
No gelding talk.
11 to 12, September 28th, Game Time Live. Darrell, why should people join us for Game Time Live on Sunday? Give your pitch real quick.
Because here's why, a couple of reasons.
This will be the last thing we record before we do that live show.
We enjoy talking sports. We're just a bunch of regular guys. This isn't Comedy Central. This isn't troll alleyway. We're talking sports. We're talking about things we've had experience in. Yes, we have our favorite teams, but we've got good content. And we try to cover everything, not just who we like and what we like, but everything in the realm of the sports world. So It's a great opportunity for people to come on, interact with us. We'll be in our chat. We'll be responding in chat, probably even out loud. And hopefully people can be more a part of what we're trying to do, and this thing can grow and grow and grow. We're not a comedy show. We're not Jeff Teague's show. We're not a comedy skit. We're talking sport. But sometimes we know what the hell we're talking about. Sometimes we don't.
I do love Jeff Teague's podcast. I love it. So. But I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
We're talking sports. We're not making fun of people, right? We're having fun with it. But the thing for me is I like it because we're wrong, we're right, and we're indifferent. And there's no stage disagreements. And there's also no stage agreements either.
No.
This is raw. This is raw. And going live, you'll see it even better.
No, live will be fun. Make sure you guys do tune in. That first 30 minutes will probably be about a recap about college football, maybe a little bit longer because Ramon and Darrell may get back into the IU Notre Dame talk. We will see.
That's old news. We'll revisit that in week 10.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. When IU plays Oregon, it'll probably resurface around then too.
Not for me because I don't expect them to beat Oregon, and they're at home. I mean, there's nothing to talk about.
Do they play Oregon or Penn State first?
They play Oregon, then they play Penn State. But either way, both games are on the road. I don't expect them to win either.
First 30 minutes will probably be a college football recap. That next 30 minutes, if there is enough people, we will answer some questions, do stuff like that. But folks, we will be live on my Instagram. That is at Isaiah.Hoff96. I will put that somewhere in this video, and we'll probably make a video about it as well. And then we'll also be live right here on YouTube. And then we should be live on our TikTok as well, which you can see down here in the ticker at GameTime_PodClips. Still working out TikTok. If we aren't live on the TikTok that week, the Game Time Live will be live every once a week on Sunday. Pretty much, we're pretty confident it'll be Sunday every Sunday. So it'll be up at some point. If it's not up this week, it'll be up by those next couple lives. Obviously, this is the first one, but we can't confirm. It'll be on my personal Instagram and then our YouTube channel. TikTok is still being worked out. I've had a couple issues getting it set up, but it should be a good one, folks. That is going to do it. We'll be back for more. Don't go anywhere. You're watching the Game Time Podcast.
Friends, family of the Game Time Podcast, do me a quick favor. All right, reach out and get your T-shirts. If you look to the right of me or the left of me, you'll see both of my colleagues have these beautiful Game Time T-shirts.
Yeah, man, check it out. You see it right here, the logo that you see on the pod.
What you don't see is me with one because they forgot to give me mine. So you go get yours before I get mine, all right? Because you're closer to the family than I am because they left me out. I love those two, like cooked food, but they left me out. But you know what? They won't leave you out. Contact Isaiah. contact God. You can even contact me, and maybe we'll get ours together at the same time. All right?
We might.
Get in touch with us for details. We'll take care of you.
Absolutely. Rock the Game Time.
GameTime Podcast. That is right, folks. We are officially selling shirts. If you have any interest in buying them, let us know. $20 is the price for that. We're a startup selling them, so maybe Darrell will be nice. And,
maybe some flexibility. You never know. Just reach out and see. These aren't free, but hey, we have some opportunity to put our word out there. The GameTime Podcast as we continue to grow, for sure.
It's all about support. So if you guys do want to support us, make sure you guys do let us know. Just something we're starting up. Just going to see how it worked. We originally got them made for the pod, but then we had a couple people reach out to me and Darrell about maybe wanting to buy some. So we were like, you know what? Why not make an announcement video? So if you're interested, please let us know, and we will see you guys next time right here on the GameTime Podcast.